There's room for innovation. There's room for creativity. I'm not saying that we do not innovate or create, but we have got to make use of past knowledge when it comes to decision making, because it helps us to move faster, to save on time. And also to save on many other things, wasting resources. You try something, it fails, you have to try again. So the resources you're going to waste is not only time, it could also be money, it could be lives, actually. You cannot delegate. As I said, it's personal. Those areas you've just talked about, you cannot delegate the area of personal decision making. Don't leave it to your mama. Don't leave it to your wife. Don't leave it to your boss. Don't leave it to your pastor. But let me say something about faith. Faith is not ignorance. It is not kubahatisha. You see the way we are saying, some people you find say, well, we have decided we'll just go like this, like that. Kwa imani tu, hatujui ni nini yuko mbele, lakini kwa imani tu. No, that's not imani. Faith is a substance of things hoped for. That's in Hebrews 11:1. Substance you can touch. You can see. In that, the spirit I was talking about, you can see. So if you are not seeing, please don't talk about faith, that you are going by faith. No. Faith is an assurance. And you can perceive completely the things that you are not visible in your eyes, but you can perceive in your spiritual eyes. You can see in your mind. That's faith. So faith is not guesswork. Let us not misuse and abuse faith. Faith is not guesswork. So if you're not seeing, don't move. You must see it for you to be able to move. Once you have made your decisions become effective. You see? Because, when you fail again and again, you see, you get frustrated and you get to the place where you think, let me just forget about these things in life. Me, I just don't know how to think. Yet we have all been given the capacity to think. The other principle is that do not reinvent the wheel. Make use of past knowledge before you make your decisions. Such research around. There have been serious technologies that have gone before us. I sometimes I get curious and I look through things like pyramids of Egypt. And I'm still wondering, I'm still trying to understand, through research, how did it happen? And it's still neither here or there. It's still mysterious. There was a technology, a very serious technology that was applied there to bring up those pyramids. How many years ago are those? So I'm trying to say that do not underestimate past knowledge. You see, it's common with the young generation sometimes. Anasema umezeeka, unatuambia nini? Wachana sisi. Wacha sisi tukanyage na miguu yetu. You want to test fire with your own legs so that you know. You see, if somebody has been there and done something this way and they got it right, there's room for innovation. There's room for creativity. I'm not saying that we do not innovate or create, but we have got to make use of past knowledge when it comes to decision making, because it helps us to move faster, to save on time. And also to save on many other things, wasting resources. You try something, it fails, you have to try again. So the resources you're going to waste is not only time, it could also be money, it could be lives, actually. It could be human beings that you will waste in that process. So you have got to, in the area of those major decisions, look at the past knowledge. How have people been doing it? And especially if it's something to do with your personal life. And it's not only personal life, as we will continue to look at it. So many generations, dear ones, still on the element of not reinventing the wheel, have gone by. The world has been around for millions of years. And God's mission has continued to remain one. The fact that we change in generations does not mean that the mission of God changes. Our God does not change. And we know it is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Just like a farmer, you will plant, they will plant one season to the other, from one season to the other. The mission of the farmer may not change, actually will not change, but the farming continues. It's the same thing with us, generation to generation to generation. And that's why it's good to refer to the previous generation, the things that they did before, because they're still within the same will of God. You will find something useful for you. And then the other principle is about time. Keeping time. If it is time for you to make a decision, do it now. Please do not create what do I call it? Excuses. And it is not boranifike. This idea of boranifike is not good. There's time for everything, and we know it. Yes, you may face challenges and you are delayed. The mercy of God and the grace of God will be sufficient for you. But where you have no reason, why should you let that time pass? As I said, time is like a river. You cannot fetch it and store it somewhere so that you use it. You will use it another day. No, time just goes. In fact, a river is better. Time, you cannot store it. You have got to utilize it as it flows, because the giver of time, the reason why he made it that way is best known to him. So we have got to utilize the time given unto us, knowing that this time is not stagnant. It's not like we can revisit and use it. No, if it goes, it goes. And there's time for everything. Let me illustrate. Supposing you delay in your studies and you finish your studies or complete or graduate at the age of 80. You are just dilly-dallying and saying, boranifike. You had all the reasons to finish your studies on time. You see, at 80, not even 80, 60, even our laws does not allow us to put you in employment. Even the law of nature, energy is not there. It is very important that we are alert to the matters of time, and seasons. There's something about the youthful energy. It is a gift. It is a gift, dear ones. You cannot afford to let your youthful energy just pass. I want to look at Ecclesiastes 12:1, which says, "Flee the evil desire of youth and pursue righteousness, faith, love, peace, along with those who call on the Lord out of a pure heart." The youthful time. Your youthful energy is where you do not want to waste your time on evil desires, or things that are not useful. So your time just passes and you're thinking, I will. Wait, your energies are also wearing out. And you need to take advantage of your youthful energy. And that one has got to do with time. Time. You see, there's something special when time meets with youthful energy and a sober mind. When those three meet, something happens. And you have them now if you're within, that bracket. They say is youth. But I know there's some people who are energetic even long after, by the grace of God. I do not know, that one now is grace. But when those three things happen, your youthful energy, and you have time, and you have a sober mind, why can't you move and do exploits? Be proactive. Make decisions today that makes your tomorrow easier. You need to make decisions today. I remember when I was in university, somewhere in second year, I knew now the way the employment life in this country is chaos. You will, like, after you finish your studies, what happens? And you know that where you've come from. Personally, I came from a background that is okay. It's okay. Really, it's common to all of us. So I don't want to start the pity party here. But I had to be realistic and make decisions at a very early stage, at the stage of my second year. I had already made up my mind on the things I want to do after I clear my studies. So I had to make the decisions on what do I want to do, because I could see the 3 years are coming, very fast ahead of me. And that made include things. For me, it was a networking. I did a lot of networking and knowing exactly what happens where, what is the requirement where. And you begin to work towards it that time. You make a decision and begin to work towards it now. So if you are in college now and you are in your first year or your second year, you should have seen where you will go or where you will make a living after you graduate. You should see it and work it out. I know we have a lot of challenges in our country, but we also have God. He said, I will show you great and mighty things, great things that are unsearchable. I want to say it again. We have God. So if you cooperate with God at whatever stage and you say, Father, I want this and that and that. Help me in the ideas that will flow, the decisions that you need, and how you're going to solve your problems moving forward. So you become proactive. If you want to be a great decision maker, you have got to be proactive. A good decision is also based on the truth. Never make excuses for a poor decision. If it is poor, it is poor. And the results will be equally poor. Our Lord said, I'm the way and the truth. The truth. If your decision is not Christ-like, if your decision has issues to do with integrity and fear and anxiety, please, that is not Christ-like. Your decision has got to be based on the truth. Face it. Be brutal about the truth when it comes to decision making. You cannot lie to yourself, especially here at a personal level where you have every capacity to find that to make decisions based on the truth, because it's about you and you're the one to make the decision. You've got to find the truth and don't lie to yourself. Make your decision based on that truth, which should be Christ-like. Really, our God is keen on helping us make the right decisions. Psalms 32:8 says, I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with loving eye on you. That's why I'm saying, as much as possible, or all the time, not even as much as possible, let your decisions be based on truth. Let them be Christ-like, because He truly cares about us. And He's keen on helping you get it right. No one can do it better than Him when it comes to helping you make the right decisions for your personal life.